All right, welcome back to another High Tide Imbibe, and this time we got something a little different. I think this is the first time I've done booze of any sort on the actual High Tide Imbibe instead of that might not be true. I can't remember. Since I restarted my reviews and focus only on maritime centric stuff now, this is very maritime centric, and this is kind of interesting. So we have from the Bad Apple Brew House out of Somerset here in Nova Scotia, which is just like you can spit out of Berwick and hit it, basically, is how far away it is from Berwick. This is their Somerset's Golden Glow Revival Cider. There you go. Now, that's not going to mean much to people outside of Nova Scotia and some of the surrounding areas. But if you are a Nova Scotian who grew up in my generation or like the couple generations beforehand, you'll probably know the name Golden Glow, I assume. So we're going to do a little screen share here. And we're going to screen some tabs. So first off, we're going to go to this here site called The Lost Cod, which the Lost Cod Clothing Co. Okay, so this is just like some clothing company, but they have a little thing here on Golden Glow cider. So you can see this here. This is the label that used to be for the cider. It came in 1.5 liter jugs, and it was like 15% alcohol. The alcohol, I think, kind of went down over the years. I seem to recall it kind of leveled out at like 10 or 11% when it was still last available. But it was this sort of common hard cider slash wine, which is basically what hard cider is. It just is a wine, apple wine. But Chipman Wines, with a name like Golden Glow, we just couldn't resist. This print actually glows in the dark. Chipman Wines began in Kinful, Nova Scotia. Is believed to be the first commercial winery in Nova Scotia, primarily fruit wines. Golden Glow was, in fact, a hard apple cider. The business was sold to a group of investors in Kinful area, expanded to include other fruit wines, and ran somewhat successfully until 1983. Golden Glow was produced in Kinful until 83 when the company was sold to something... Andrews shut down Kinful operation, but continued to produce Golden Glow and Truro, and that's the one I know is the Truro, Nova Scotia version of Golden Glow that was prominent in my teen and early 20s, my teenage years and early 20s, when you didn't have enough money for a case of beer. The next cheapest alternative was a nice big bottle of Golden Glow that you could go out and walk in the woods with your friends and have a reasonably good time. This is the butt of many jokes, the preferred beverage under the bleachers and the 1980s frosh weeks throughout the region. Golden Glow is fondly remembered for the times it fueled more than the taste on the lips, which is true. Not a high quality wine, didn't taste great. It was a thing that there was a big variance between, I guess, either batches or just bottles. Sometimes you could get a good bottle that you could tolerate. Sometimes you get one that was just really gross, but you still pretty much slugged it down if you wanted to get drunk. So anyway, we'll stop looking at that. And we will do a little share here now to Bad Apple Brew House. Well, no, not Bad Apple, but the Atlantic Canadian Beer Blog, who reporting on this. Let's see. Now, this is listed here somewhere. A lot of news you have to sort of, let me just got to filter through here. Bad Apple. And there we go. Bump. Why? To the Annapolis Valley for this next one, where Somerset's own Bad Apple Brew House has a new blended cider out this week. Strawberry, that's not it. Okay, you know what? Anyway, fuck it. I don't need this. Bad Apple decided to bring it back, basically. Now, it sits at 10% alcohol by volume, so that's pretty much where I sort of remember this being when I was a teenager, whenever I last had it. I think it was my early 20s when I last had the authentic, or, one of the original runs of the old Golden Glow. But there you go. It's very clear. It's actually looks a bit clearer than what I recall it being back in the day. Maybe it's not, but it seemed to me that it was a teeny bit darker when I had it. And it came in these big, like I said, 1.5 liter bottles, big green bottles. So they were a little difficult to hide. If you went out in the woods drinking and you were underage, or you just didn't want to get caught drinking in public, they were kind of hard to hide. It wasn't the same as like having a nice long coat and a bunch of beers stuffed in it or something like that. But we made do. So we'll go right to the aroma here, and I'm not going to give like a personal preference and style grade for cider. I feel like I'll just give like a I'll just probably give like a letter grade, give you an idea where it sits, if anything. And we've got CB Fall in the chat here saying looks nice. It might be. We'll see, man. Like I said in the little preamble here, Golden Glow itself, the original Golden Glow, was pretty hit or miss. So this could be horrific or could be good. So cheers. Oh, my God. Oof. It smells like the authentic stuff, man. That brings back some memories. Whew. Strong sweet apple smell, kind of acidic sweet apple smell. A little bit of like alcohol probably coming through there. Yeah, that's pretty close, man. It's pretty damn close. There's almost like an underlying, like, just like ethyl alcohol or like, I don't know, like paint thinner, like something really harsh underneath it. But there is a big perfumey apple smell that is kind of masking it, which is what the old Golden Glow used to do. So cheers. We're going to go right to the taste and see what we think. Oh, and by the way, I should mention, before I fucking forget and be really rude, this was provided to me by my friend and coworker Janice, who also gave me a couple other cool things from Bad Apple. And so big thanks to her. Really appreciate it. Cheers. Oh, that's pretty close to the old Glow. That's pretty close. It's more spritzy than Glow was. Glow kind of, I think one of the reasons that what made Golden Glow so intolerable at times was that it tended to come out in the bottle like really flat because it was just like a screw top bottle. So you might get a little bit of like some sort of carbonation or something in the first few sips, but it really, like, once you broke that air seal, it lost it pretty quick. You can definitely get the alcohol in this. There's a little bit of a warming sensation in the back. Big sweet apple right up front. I will say this: what this doesn't do that Golden Glow, the original, would often do is kind of like almost trigger the gag reflex because it was a little too sweet and maybe a little too strong. I think, the people behind Bad Apple are fairly savvy when it comes to, they make really good products and they're like, we want to make something that people want to drink and enjoy drinking. So this, this is kind of stepping the line a little bit. it's very close to teetering over. Let me put it that way. Like there's enough there where it's like nostalgic memories of what Golden Glow was, but at the same time, this is making it a little bit more palatable. Holy shit. And I'm drinking that way too fast. Thankfully, it's only come in this small little can. Whew, because, and I guess you can get tall cans of it too. But man, I wonder if they sell it in big. Oh, I wonder if Bad Apple sells growlers of this. I'm not saying I'd do it, but it would make sense for them to sell growlers of this. I kind of feel like just to get back to that more authentic Golden Glow experience. Like Golden Glow out of a can feels a little weird. You know what? This is going down pretty well. So kudos to Bad Apple. They did bring back a lot of the flavor, a lot of the memories and nostalgia of this old cider / apple wine, but they made it more palatable for more of a general audience too, who just want like a really strong cider and don't want something that's gonna make them really sick, which sometimes Golden Glow would do. So as a letter grade, you know what? This actually masks the alcohol really well for what it is. Usually when you get up this high in alcohol with ciders, it can be pretty dodgy, and this is pretty damn good at what it does for a real super hard cider, basically. So I'm going to give it a B plus. If it was a different, I mean, and that's just, cider in general across the board. I like other flavored ciders. I'd rather have like a pear cider or something like that. I'm not a big apple fan to begin with. So you have to keep that in mind when I'm grading here. But I'll give it a nice B plus because it does the job. It's drinkable, enjoyable enough. And maybe my score's up a little because of nostalgia and just the novelty of bringing back some pretty good memories. So yeah, and CB False is a very good review, Lee. Thank you, sir. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm going to kick off here, and thank you guys for watching, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.